The Blue Devils will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Bell. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right. David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Johnson looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Now on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So Duke's offense will have its first possession of the game. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
So now it's second and long. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Breaks into the open. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Blue Devils are on the move. Off the play fake on first down. Wants to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Trying play action. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be fourth down from the 24. And this one is perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Bell. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And now the offense will come onto the field again. He'll do it himself. Crosses the 30. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Johnson wants to throw it. Sets up the screen. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Back to pass on 2nd down. Gets it to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Makes the quick grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. 2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his 1st sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Johnson looking to throw. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll look to pin him deep. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looked, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. That's the end of the period, and Duke has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Back to pass. Unloads to the right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Blue Devils will punt this one away. And the returner will be dragged down. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Quick release by the QB. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Off the play fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Johnson wants to throw it. Plucks it out of the air. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. Third and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
Going to swing it on second down. Using the quick game.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Sometimes in life, there's only one thing to do. Punt. And they should punt. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3. Oh, he's got some space. And eventually taken down. But what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage. Looking to throw on first down. They're setting up the screen. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. From the gun to give, looking for room. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Behind the chains now on second and long. Give to the running back. He's in open space downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, it's Knight. Got his man in the middle. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Blue Devils send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Finds his target down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Got his man on the right. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. New set of downs after the completion.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position.
There he goes. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Johnson looking to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Number 11, McGuire, and the score.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 7-3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Kansas had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans there in Lawrence are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on 1st down, the throw. It's caught. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. They're working that left side. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Johnson wants to throw it. Got it! And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. He wants to throw it. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Fires into the end zone. Makes the catch and gets the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. They'll run it from the gun. He works his way to the 21-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They kick it away on 4th down. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Johnson looking to throw. Gets it out fast. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Field inside Wallace Wade Stadium.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback, and they're able to come away with a pick.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He'll keep it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Johnson wants to throw it. Trying to find the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Offense in a bunch formation. Second down, they'll go to the air. Takes the easy throw in the flat. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. The snap sets up the throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Kick is in the air. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Johnson looking to throw. Got his man. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. Offense gets set for second down. He'll pull it on the read. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Use the play fake, now to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
Calls his own number. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. They'll try to run for it. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here he comes with the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a... And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And the Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run play action. A strike downfield. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabs it in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They'll leave it with him. Hard running there.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Power football with the run. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Brings up second down.
Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. The Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And now this offense will take the field again. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Turning it on. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Johnson wants to throw it. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. After the miss on third down, the punt team is on the field. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And his fifth interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, you can't blame this offense for wanting to be aggressive. They're down by a lot on the scoreboard here, and that time going 4 verticals, trying to stretch the defense, see if someone can get open. But, David, the defense was expecting it, and they were able to come away with the INT.
Yeah, the only thought I have right now, Jesse, is I'm playing deep. I can't give up the big plays. I want to make them earn it. The clock is my friend. Getting the lead, having the lead in the fourth quarter. Nice execution by this defense. And this one ain't over, but it's looking more like it.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
It's complete on the right side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Johnson looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown, puts 6 on the board. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? The home team is just getting blown off the field right now, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The away team has shown little to no mercy today, and they look like they're moving in for the finishing blow.
Off the play fake on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Tyler.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get in the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Trying to keep this drive alive. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. Off play action. Going to take a shot at this DB. Makes the grab on the big throw. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. And the Blue Devils are on the move. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
2nd down.
The give to the tailback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Knight. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. They'll try the run. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Scrambling away. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Takes the easy completion. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. This drive started about the time Walter Camp invented football, but the defense can finally get a stop on 3rd and long. Complete out of the backfield. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all-timers.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go with, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah, they showed up in the biggest moment. You got to give these players a ton of credit. They may not be as talented as their opponent, but this was a game and an opportunity that they took advantage of. They made the plays they needed to make. They put the rest of college football on alert with this win. This is one these fans will be talking about for years and years to come.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.